my God. Za'Darius, can you please come back to the Lions? Please.
Come back to the Lions.
Detroit loves Za'Darius.
Yes, we love Za'Darius. Come back.
You want me to come back?
Come back. Za'Darius, come back to the Lions.
You gonna help pay my salary? You gonna help pay my salary?
How much is it?
Everything around, you already know it. Which one?
So he played for the Lions and he approached you when you were out at the club. Did you know
so
who he was?
I didn't.
Okay,
No.
I love that.
Yeah, he was trying to for a minute. He was in my DM. I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah. And then my friend had just told me, like, yeah, you know, somebody's reaching out trying to, and I'm like, what? Oh, like what? Like no, like huh?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't do all that. You know, but I'm back outside. I'm single. I just left. I got back home in Detroit, and so I went outside, and I'm at the club, and this come walking up on me.
Yes.
I said,
Right.
he introduced himself.
How he introduced himself? Like, what did he say?
My girl. He just said, "What's up?" to me, and my name's Za'Darius, and it's nice to meet you. And I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "It's nice to meet you too." I just said, "Nice to meet you too." And he smiled, and I just was thinking about that smile, like when he walked away, like where'd he go? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you guys didn't like wrap it up in that moment?
No, that's when I started following him back after that.
And then you saw the DMs?
Yeah.
And then you responded?
And then we just from there.
That's cute. Look at you cheesing. You like him.
I do. He cool with me. He all right with me. Yeah.
And you guys are like blending kids too. You know, like you have kids, like he has kids.
Woo.
What is that like?
Serious.
Do you want more kids? You did say though that you weren't going public with another relationship, but y'all be all on the ground.
No, well, what happened? The shade room. Y'all posted us in Africa. We was doing good.
Y'all were in Ghana, yeah.
We were in Ghana. We were doing so good. We did not post nothing. Nobody knew nothing. I'm like, okay, this is going well. I said, wow, babe, we're doing so good, and we've been dating for a few months since.
Months?
What?
How many months? Oh, we were behind then.
Yeah, y'all were behind, but it was cool. It was like, okay, perfect. I'm like, we doing good. You know what I'm saying? So we out in Ghana. We really not thinking.
Right.
We'd have been all over in the U.S. and we didn't get. We in Miami. We went over here. We went at the same time. We went a few places and haven't been spotted. So we like, okay, we really not gonna get spotted in Ghana. Here come the shade room.
That what? Did we blow
no,
up your
let's
spot?
talk about that.
We blew up your spot.
Let's talk. Y'all blew up the spot. What's up?
No.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Shade room. Why y'all post that? Huh?
You guys look good.
No. You want to tell me what I said, then be the one who posted it. Yeah, I said I wasn't going public again.
At one point, this relationship looked solid. Public appearances, big smiles, luxury gifts, the kind of romance that feels loud enough to shut down rumors before they even start. But then, the posts slowed down. The silence got uncomfortable, and suddenly, Kash Doll was saying 3 words nobody expected her to say out loud: "I'm single as F." And that's when fans realized this breakup wasn't sudden at all. It had been unfolding quietly for months, right in front of everyone. Because once you line up the timelines, the gifts, the shady quotes, and the people involved, it starts to look less like a clean breakup and more like a relationship that never fully survived the pressure around it. When Kash Doll and Za'Darius Smith first stepped out as a couple, the reaction was mostly positive. They went public around March or April of 2025, and from the outside, it looked like Kash had finally found someone who matched her energy. She was glowing, posting more, smiling more, and most importantly, she seemed genuinely invested. Then came the birthday gift that really set the internet on fire. Kash Doll reportedly bought Za'Darius Smith an extremely expensive truck. Not a small gesture, not a subtle flex. The kind of gift that tells people, "I'm serious about you." Fans read that as commitment, as stability, as a sign this wasn't just another short-term situation. But here's the thing about loud gestures. Sometimes they cover up quiet problems, because shortly after that moment, something started shifting. And at first, most people didn't catch it. But behind the flashy moments, something already felt off. By October of 2025, whispers started popping up. Nothing confirmed, no dramatic posts, just quiet speculation that Kash Doll and Za'Darius Smith might already be done. And when fans went back to look, the clues were there. No more couple content, no shared appearances, no holidays spent together. Thanksgiving came and went. Birthdays passed, major moments happened, and they weren't side by side. That's usually when people start asking questions. Because when a couple goes from public to private overnight, without explanation, it rarely means everything is fine. What made it more interesting was that neither of them rushed to clear anything up. No "we're good" posts, no heart emojis, no soft reassurance, just distance. And in the world of celebrity relationships, silence is rarely accidental. And once fans noticed the gaps, they started asking why. To understand why this relationship struggled, you can't ignore one name that keeps coming up: Tracy T. Kash Doll's ex, father of her 2 children, and someone whose presence has always complicated her love life. They dated for years, built a family together, and when things ended, it wasn't exactly smooth. There's been tension, public back and forth, and a lot of history that never fully faded. So when rumors started floating that Kash Doll wasn't completely over Tracy T, people didn't dismiss it, especially because co-parenting alone can bring emotional weight. Add unresolved feelings into the mix, and it gets messy fast. According to speculation, that situation played a big role in the breakup. The claim was that Za'Darius Smith wasn't willing to deal with constant baby daddy drama, or the emotional pull that came with it. Nothing confirmed, but the pattern felt familiar. Because no matter how new a relationship looks on Instagram, the past doesn't disappear just because someone moves on publicly. But the drama didn't stop with old feelings. Things really exploded when a video started circulating online. Kash Doll was seen in a car with another man. Not just that, but around the same time she posted photos holding over a dozen roses. That combination? Yeah, the internet did what it always does. People assumed a new relationship immediately. Blogs ran with it, comments went wild. And before the speculation could cool down, Kash Doll stepped in herself. She shut it down fast. She clarified that the man in the video was just someone she worked with, that they were only together because of business, and she directly addressed the blogs for prematurely putting her in relationships. But then, she followed it up with the line that changed everything. "I'm single as F." That wasn't defensive. That wasn't vague. That was confirmation. The man in the video also spoke up, saying Kash Doll was like a sister to him, that he didn't buy the flowers, and that they'd been friends for years. But by then, the damage was already done. Because whether the roses meant anything or not, the message was clear. Kash Doll and Za'Darius Smith were officially over. And that's when Za'Darius Smith reacted, without saying much at all. Za'Darius Smith didn't go live. He didn't post a statement. He didn't argue his side. Instead, he reposted something subtle but loud. A message about privacy, about protecting your peace, about how everything gets exposed too easily these days. And fans caught it immediately. Because the timing wasn't random, to a lot of people, it felt like indirect frustration. Not necessarily about the breakup, but about how it became public. Especially if the rumors are true and they'd been broken up since October. From that perspective, Kash Doll confirming it months later might have felt unnecessary, or disrespectful, or simply too public. But from her side, she was already being placed into new relationships she wasn't in. At that point, saying nothing was no longer an option. And that tension between privacy and clarity is where things started to feel uncomfortable. But fans weren't done connecting dots. One of the most talked about aspects of this relationship had nothing to do with cheating or timelines. It was about change. Fans noticed that Kash Doll didn't look like herself anymore. Not physically in a bad way, but stylistically. She stopped wearing heavy makeup. Her hair was simpler. Her glam girl image softened. Now, embracing a natural look isn't a problem at all. But longtime fans felt this wasn't organic. Because Kash Doll has always been known for stepping out polished. Beat face, laid hair, full confidence, and during this relationship, that version of her felt muted. Even in interviews, comments came up about preferences, about men not wanting makeup or liking a more natural look. That raised eyebrows. People started asking whether she was compromising or dimming herself. And when a relationship ends, those questions don't disappear. They get louder. And that perception changed how people viewed the breakup. After the breakup became public, fans went back and rewatched everything Kash Doll had been saying for months. And suddenly, certain comments hit differently. She talked about effort, about gifts, about people entering your life and not adding anything. She spoke about building, growing, and not tolerating dead weight. Nothing direct, nothing named. But when you place those words next to what we know now, it starts to feel less random. Add that to Za'Darius Smith being seen out in sections, around different women, while Kash Doll stayed low-key, and the contrast became noticeable. Especially since Kash Doll hadn't posted with him for a long time. At some point, fans realized something important. She wasn't hiding the breakup to protect him. She was hiding it to make sure she was done, because her silence wasn't confusion, it was closure. Which leads to the bigger question: Kash Doll has been public before. She's explained herself before. She's defended relationships before. But this time, she moved differently. She didn't announce the breakup immediately. She didn't drag it out online. She waited. And that says a lot. It suggests she didn't want another situation where emotions pulled her back before she was ready. She wanted certainty, not noise. So when she finally said she was single, it wasn't emotional. It wasn't dramatic. It was final. And that's why this breakup hit harder for fans. Not because of how loud it was, but because of how quiet it had been for so long. At the end of the day, this wasn't really about roses, or trucks, or shady reposts. It was about expectations not lining up. About a woman who gives loudly, realizing she wasn't getting that same energy back. About a relationship that looked solid online, but was quietly falling apart behind the scenes. And maybe the biggest takeaway isn't who walked away, it's who decided they didn't owe the internet an explanation anymore. Because sometimes moving on doesn't come with an announcement, it comes with distance, silence, and eventually, 3 words that say everything. I'm single as F. So the real question now is this truly the end? Or just the end of Kash Doll letting the internet in? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this relationship already done months ago? Or did things really fall apart behind the scenes? And if you like deep dives like this, where we break down the clues, the timelines, and the quiet moments people miss, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because more stories like this are coming.